There's a big misconception holding a lot of men back, and it's this belief that younger women aren't interested in dating someone like you. If you've ever thought that, let me tell you, you've been completely misled. Here's the reality. What you think is holding you back could actually be your greatest strength. You've lived through experiences, gained perspective, and developed traits like confidence, stability, and a sense of purpose. These are qualities that many younger men simply don't have, and they're exactly what younger women find incredibly attractive. But here's the catch. Most men don't see it this way. Instead, they treat their age as a disadvantage, trying too hard to act younger or letting self-doubt take over. This not only kills their confidence, but also ruins their chances before they even begin. The truth is, younger women aren't necessarily looking for someone their age. They're looking for someone who stands out, someone who can bring a sense of stability and leadership that their peers often lack. Your age isn't the problem, it's how you perceive it. So today, I'm going to show you how to flip the script. I'll share 9 proven techniques to help you embrace your strengths, captivate her attention, and keep her intrigued. If you've ever felt like you're out of place in the dating scene, this is the moment to see things differently. Oh, and before we dive in, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. Now, let's get started. Number 1. Make strong eye contact. Let's start with something simple, yet incredibly powerful. Eye contact. This isn't just about looking someone in the eyes, it's about making a connection. Most men underestimate how much their gaze communicates, but women notice this immediately. When you avoid making eye contact or glance around nervously, you send a clear message. You're unsure of yourself. And uncertainty is the quickest way to lose her interest. On the other hand, holding steady eye contact shows confidence, composure, and strength. Think of iconic characters like James Bond. When he speaks to someone, especially a woman, his gaze doesn't waver. That intensity, that focus, makes her feel like she's the only person in the room. And trust me, that's incredibly attractive. But don't just stare. There's a fine line between confident eye contact and creeping someone out. A good rule of thumb is to hold her gaze for about 3 seconds before breaking it naturally, then re-establishing it throughout the conversation. This creates a rhythm that feels natural yet captivating. If maintaining eye contact feels intimidating, here's a tip. Practice with strangers. The next time you're ordering coffee or speaking to a colleague, challenge yourself to look directly into their eyes as you speak. You'll notice how much more confident you feel and how they respond differently to you. Eye contact is also about timing. During moments when you're sharing something meaningful or listening to her story, let your gaze hold hers a little longer. This amplifies the emotional connection and makes her feel truly seen and valued. The bottom line, your eyes say what your words can't. If you can master the art of confident, steady eye contact, you've already set yourself apart from most men. It's simple, effective, and it works every time. Number 2. Give her a playful nickname. Nicknames might seem trivial, but they're one of the most underrated ways to create an instant connection. Giving her a playful nickname shows that you're paying attention to her personality and unique traits. It's also a subtle way to break the ice and create a sense of familiarity, even if you've just met her. Here's the trick. The nickname needs to be lighthearted and tailored to something specific about her. Maybe she talks a lot, and you call her Chatterbox. If she's wearing a bright outfit, you could say, "All right, sunshine." Or if she's got dimples, Dimples is a classic and charming choice. The beauty of this technique is that it shows her you're comfortable, confident, and playful. Women are naturally drawn to men who can tease in a way that feels fun and genuine without trying too hard. It's something that sets you apart from others who might be overly formal or nervous. Here's a personal story to drive this home. A guy once called me troublemaker because I joked about stealing his fries during dinner. That one word instantly created a playful dynamic between us, making me laugh and lowering any walls of formality. It wasn't about the nickname itself. It was about how he delivered it with confidence and ease. But there's a warning here. Don't overdo it. If you keep repeating the nickname every 5 seconds, it'll go from cute to annoying very quickly. Use it sparingly, perhaps once or twice in a conversation, to keep it impactful and meaningful. Nicknames can also become little inside jokes that deepen the connection over time. Imagine her smiling every time you call her Chatterbox, because she knows it's your unique way of acknowledging her quirks. That's the kind of bond that creates lasting impressions. So, next time you're talking to her, listen carefully, observe something unique, and come up with a nickname that feels personal. It's a small move, but it packs a punch in showing her you're confident, attentive, and genuinely interested. Number 3. Use playful judgment. Here's where you step up your game. Playful judgment. Most men fall into the trap of trying too hard to impress a woman. They'll agree with everything she says, shower her with compliments, or avoid expressing their real opinions. While their intentions might be good, this approach makes them seem overly eager to please, which is the opposite of attractive. Instead, stand out by showing her that you're not afraid to evaluate her, in a fun, lighthearted way. Playful judgment isn't about being rude or critical. It's about teasing her in a way that feels effortless and confident. For example, if she orders a fancy cocktail like a martini, you might say, "Oh, so you're one of those high-maintenance girls, huh?" Or if she mentions she's obsessed with a specific TV show, you could respond, "Ah, so that's why you're like this. It all makes sense now." The key here is delivery. Your tone should be playful, and your words should feel like a nudge, not a slap. This technique works because it flips the dynamic. Instead of you trying to win her approval, you're playfully challenging her to win yours. It's unexpected, and it shows her that you're confident in your value. Another great example. If she says she loves a popular movie like Titanic, you could respond with, "Really? Titanic? Let me guess, you cried during the iceberg scene." This kind of teasing makes the conversation lively and engaging. Women love men who can hold their own in a conversation and aren't afraid to banter. It signals that you're secure in yourself and can handle her energy without feeling intimidated. A quick warning: stay away from sensitive topics. Playful judgment works best when it's light and doesn't hit any personal insecurities. The goal is to make her laugh, not to make her feel attacked. So next time you're talking to her, listen closely to what she says and find an opportunity to throw in a playful comment. It's a subtle yet powerful way to create intrigue, keep the conversation dynamic, and show her that you're a man who doesn't take himself or her too seriously. Number 4. Disagree calmly and casually. Here's the truth. Agreeing with everything a woman says doesn't make you likable. It makes you forgettable. When you nod along to all her opinions or go along with everything she suggests, you come across as someone who's overly eager to please. That's not attractive, it's predictable. The men who stand out are the ones who aren't afraid to disagree, but they do it in a calm, casual, and respectful way. This shows confidence and a strong sense of self, two qualities that women find irresistible. For example, let's say she says she loves electronic music, but it's not your thing. Instead of pretending to like it, you could respond with, "Interesting. I've never been into electronic music, but I'm curious, what about it do you like?" This way, you're expressing your own opinion while still showing interest in hers. Another example, if she says her favorite movie is Titanic, you could reply with a playful twist. "Really? Titanic? Let me guess, you've seen it 10 times and cry every single time, right?" This kind of disagreement is light and fun. It doesn't create conflict, but it keeps the conversation lively and engaging. What makes this approach so powerful is that it creates a sense of intrigue. She'll notice that you're not like most guys who just agree with everything to stay on her good side. Instead, you're showing her that you have standards, opinions, and a personality of your own. But here's the key. Stay calm and respectful. Disagreeing doesn't mean starting an argument. It's about presenting your perspective in a way that sparks curiosity and makes her want to share more of her own. One more tip. Use playful tones to keep things light. For instance, if you're disagreeing about a favorite food, you might say, "Wait, you don't like pizza? I'm not sure we can be friends anymore." These light disagreements create opportunities for playful banter and deeper connection. Remember, women are attracted to men who aren't afraid to be themselves. By disagreeing casually, you show her that you're confident, secure, and capable of holding your own in any conversation. Number 5. Initiate physical touch. Physical touch is one of the most powerful yet often overlooked ways to build a connection with a woman. Unfortunately, many men hesitate because they're afraid of coming across as creepy or making her uncomfortable. This hesitation often leads to a complete lack of physical contact, which can make interactions feel distant and lacking intimacy. Here's the thing. Touch, when done right, can create an immediate sense of trust and connection. It's a way of signaling confidence and showing that you're comfortable in your own skin. The key is to start small, keeping it light and natural. For example, when you first meet her, go for a firm but friendly handshake. During the conversation, if she says something you agree with or find funny, you can lightly tap her shoulder or touch her arm for emphasis. These are safe, non-threatening ways to break the physical barrier while keeping the interaction smooth and comfortable. Another great opportunity for touch is when you're in a playful moment. If she cracks a joke, give her a high five. If you're teasing her about something, a light nudge on her arm can amplify the playful vibe. These touches are subtle but impactful. They let her know you're confident enough to create a connection without overstepping boundaries. Science backs this up too. Studies have shown that even brief, casual touches can increase trust and build a sense of closeness between two people. Touch activates a part of the brain that fosters bonding, making her feel more connected to you on a subconscious level. However, timing and context are everything. If she seems uncomfortable or pulls away, don't force it. Respect her boundaries and let her guide the pace of the interaction. The goal is to make touch feel natural, not forced or awkward. As the interaction progresses and she becomes more comfortable, you can gradually increase the intimacy of your touches. For instance, if you're walking together, you might lightly place your hand on her back to guide her. These small gestures go a long way in showing her that you're confident, considerate, and attuned to her feelings. Ultimately, initiating physical touch isn't about being bold for the sake of it. It's about creating a connection that feels genuine and natural. When done with care and confidence, touch becomes one of the most powerful tools in your arsenal for building attraction and trust. Number 6. Lead the conversation. If there's one thing that separates an average interaction from a truly memorable one, it's the ability to lead the conversation. Women are naturally drawn to men who take the initiative, steer the interaction, and make them feel engaged and intrigued. This doesn't mean dominating the conversation, but it does mean taking responsibility for keeping it alive and flowing. Here's where most men go wrong. They ask one question, get an answer, and then expect the woman to take over and keep the conversation going. This puts all the pressure on her and makes you seem passive or uninterested. Worse, it creates awkward silences that kill the vibe. To lead a conversation, you need to take an active role. Start with open-ended questions that invite her to share more about herself. Like, what's something you've always wanted to try but haven't yet? What's the most exciting trip you've ever taken? Once she answers, don't just nod and move on. Build on what she says. Share a related story from your own life, offer your perspective, or ask a follow-up question. For example, if she talks about wanting to visit Italy, you could say, "That's amazing. I've been dreaming of Italy too. What's the first thing you'd do when you get there?" By weaving your own experiences into the conversation, you show her that you're confident, engaging, and capable of keeping things interesting. You also create a natural back-and-forth dynamic that makes her feel heard and valued. Another way to lead is by introducing new topics when the current one runs its course. Pay attention to the energy of the conversation. If it starts to lag, shift gears. For instance, if you've been talking about work and it feels stale, you could say, "Okay, enough about work. What's something totally random that made you laugh recently?" Leading the conversation also means being comfortable with silence. If there's a pause, don't panic. Take a moment to gather your thoughts or let her process what's been said. The confidence to handle silence gracefully shows maturity and self-assuredness. Remember, women find leadership incredibly attractive. By taking charge of the interaction, you make her feel at ease and allow her to lean into her more feminine, receptive energy. It's not about controlling the conversation. It's about guiding it in a way that makes both of you feel connected and engaged. Master this skill, and you'll instantly stand out from most men who rely on generic small talk. You'll leave her with the impression that you're someone who knows how to communicate, connect, and make her feel truly seen. Number 7. Create a sense of mystery. Mystery is one of the most powerful tools in attraction. Why? Because curiosity pulls people in. If you reveal everything about yourself up front, there's nothing left for her to discover. On the other hand, when you hold back just enough, you create an air of intrigue that keeps her coming back for more. This doesn't mean being secretive or evasive. It's about being selective with what you share and how you share it. For example, if she asks about your weekend plans, instead of giving her a detailed rundown, you might say, "I've got something interesting lined up, but let's see how it goes." What about you? By keeping your answers open-ended, you invite her curiosity without giving everything away. It's like a book. You don't flip to the last page in the first chapter. Instead, you let the story unfold gradually, leaving her eager to learn more. Another way to build mystery is to hint at deeper layers of your personality or life experiences without over-explaining. For instance, if she notices a bracelet on your wrist and asks about it, you could respond, "Oh, it's from a trip that taught me a lot about myself. I'll tell you about it sometime." This approach shows that there's more to you than meets the eye. It signals depth and complexity, which are qualities women find fascinating and irresistible. However, being mysterious doesn't mean being unapproachable or playing games. You still need to engage in meaningful conversations and share parts of your life. The key is to reveal just enough to pique her interest while keeping some details for later. A practical way to practice this is by being intentional with your storytelling. Instead of dumping all the details at once, focus on highlighting the most interesting or unexpected parts of a story. For example, if you're talking about a recent adventure, skip the mundane details and share the moment that truly made an impact on you. When done right, creating a sense of mystery makes you stand out. It shifts the dynamic. She becomes the one leaning in, asking questions, and wanting to uncover more about you. And when a woman is curious about you, she's already invested in getting to know you better. So the next time you're in a conversation, hold back just enough to leave her intrigued. Let her wonder, what's his story? That curiosity will keep her thinking about you long after the conversation ends. Number 8. Stay calm under pressure. There's nothing more attractive than a man who remains calm and composed, no matter the situation. Life is full of moments that test your patience and confidence, and how you handle these moments says a lot about you. Women are naturally drawn to men who can stay grounded under pressure because it shows emotional maturity, stability, and strength. All qualities that signal you're someone she can rely on. Imagine this. You're out with her, and something goes wrong. Maybe a waiter messes up your order, or there's an awkward moment in the conversation. Most guys either overreact, try to fix everything immediately, or become visibly flustered. This kind of reaction makes you appear unsure of yourself or overly concerned with pleasing her. Instead, take a deep breath, smile, and respond with grace. For example, if the waiter brings the wrong dish, you could say with a calm tone, "No worries, mistakes happen. Can we get this sorted when you have a moment?" Or if she teases you playfully to test your reactions, lean into it. For instance, if she says, "Wow, you're so full of yourself," don't take it personally. Smile and reply with something like, "I'll take that as a compliment." This shows that you're not easily shaken and that you're confident enough to handle her playful jabs. Staying calm doesn't mean being passive. It means maintaining control of your emotions and responding thoughtfully, rather than reacting impulsively. This kind of composure is rare and deeply attractive because it communicates that you're someone who can handle life's unpredictability. Another way to demonstrate calmness under pressure is by embracing silence. In conversations, especially when there's a pause, most men rush to fill the space with unnecessary words. Instead, let the silence linger naturally. Smile, hold her gaze, and let her process the moment. The ability to be comfortable in silence shows that you're confident in yourself and don't rely on constant chatter to keep things interesting. Women pay close attention to how you handle challenges, big or small. Whether it's dealing with a logistical hiccup or navigating an emotionally charged moment, your ability to stay calm under pressure sets you apart as someone she can trust and depend on. Remember, being calm doesn't mean you're indifferent, it means you're in control. And that kind of control is magnetic. Practice this in your daily life, and you'll notice how people, not just women, start to respect and admire your steady presence. Number 9. Show independence and passion. Nothing captures a woman's attention more than a man who is fully in charge of his own life. Independence and passion are two traits that not only make you attractive, but also set you apart as someone who knows his worth and isn't reliant on external validation. These qualities signal that you're a man with purpose, and that's irresistible. Independence doesn't mean you're distant or unwilling to connect. It means you have a life that you're proud of and aren't defined solely by your relationships. Women admire men who can stand on their own, who have their routines, hobbies, and goals that make their lives fulfilling. For instance, maybe you're passionate about playing the guitar, learning a new language, or running a small business. When you talk about these things with enthusiasm, it shows that you're grounded and have direction. Here's how independence works in practice. Share your passions naturally. For example, if you're into hiking, mention your favorite trails and why you love them. Then invite her to share her own passions. Stay true to your schedule. If you have plans or commitments, don't drop everything to be available for her. Respect your time, and she will too. Passion is just as crucial. When you have something in your life that excites you, it creates a magnetic energy that draws people in. Talk about what you love, but don't brag. For example, instead of saying, "I'm amazing at photography," share a story about a trip where you captured a photo you're proud of. The way your eyes light up as you describe the experience says more than the words themselves. Independence and passion also create intrigue. She'll wonder what drives you, what keeps you motivated, and how you maintain such a fulfilling life. This curiosity makes her want to be part of your world. However, balance is key. Independence doesn't mean shutting her out. It's about showing her that while you value her presence, you don't need her approval to feel complete. A man who is secure in himself is far more attractive than one who's constantly seeking validation. In the end, your independence and passion reflect your self-worth. You're showing her that you're a complete person, and if she chooses to be with you, it's because she genuinely wants to, not because you need her to complete you. That's the kind of energy that keeps her coming back for more. Now that we've gone through these 9 powerful techniques, here's the bottom line. You already have what it takes to capture her attention. It's not about your age, your bank account, or even your looks. It's about how you carry yourself. Confidence, self-awareness, and the ability to connect on a deeper level are the real game changers. By mastering these techniques, you're not just becoming more attractive to younger women, you're becoming the best version of yourself. You're showing the world that you know your worth and aren't afraid to step into your power. And trust me, that's something no one can resist. But remember, none of this works if you don't put it into action. These are not just tips to listen to and forget, they're tools to use in your everyday interactions. So, take that first step. Practice making eye contact. Start creating playful conversations. And most importantly, keep growing into the confident, composed man you are always meant to be. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss another video. And if you found value in today's content, give this video a thumbs up. It helps more people discover these life-changing techniques. Thank you for staying until the end. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, remember, confidence is your greatest strength, so wear it like armor. You've got this.